What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're going to be looking at another exciting new battle card, which is going to be coming in Wave 2 of the Transformers trading card game, Rise of the Combiners it's called. Now this was revealed by the lovely folks over at tabletopgaming.co.uk, and I tell you what, I'm not just saying this because they revealed this card. They did a promotion a couple of months ago where they gave away a free Transformers character card, so I bought their magazine. So I could get Bumblebee Courageous Warrior, because I didn't have that card yet, and I wanted it. And I tell you what, I have bought their magazine every month since. It's actually a really good magazine if you're into tabletop gaming. But that's not our focus today. Our focus today is Focus Fire. So what does it do? Well, it's got both an orange and a green icon. More on that in a moment. And it reads, for each Focus Fire you've played this turn, one of your characters gets bold 1 until end of turn. That means that when you're attacking, you flip one more battle card. You may play another Focus Fire, so you can immediately now go ahead and play another copy of Focus Fire. That's pretty good. So more on that in a minute. Let's go back to the pips. What do they do? Well, an orange pip says that when you flip it while attacking, you add 1 to your attack. While defending, it does nothing. Green pips are the new ones in Wave 2, and what they do is that if you flip them while attacking or defending, you may discard a card from your hand and then put it into your hand. Now, 2 quick bits of clarification that the official Facebook group have given us regarding green icons. Firstly, you resolve the green icon after combat, which means the orange icon counts. You can't bring this up after discarding a double orange icon like Peace Through Tyranny and go, yay, double orange icon. That would be silly. And it is 1 green battle icon per attack. So if you end up flipping over all 3 Focus Fire, you can only bring 1 of them into your hand by discarding 1 card from your hand. Cool. Now we're all clear on that. And this is actually really, really good as a card, because as soon as you've played 1, you can play the other 2. Now, you've got to have all 3 in your hand, because remember, the green icon lets you put it in your hand. At the end of combat, it doesn't let you play it yet. But if you've got 3 Focus Fire in your hand, then you get up to bold 6. How does that work? Well, for each Focus Fire you've played, you get bold 1. So the first time you play Focus Fire, you've played 1, bold 1. The second time you play Focus Fire, you've played 2, bold 2, added to the 1 is 3. The third time you play Focus Fire, you've played 3, bold 3, add bold 2, add bold 1. You're up to bold 6. And yeah, playing all 3 of them in one turn, that ain't easy, ladies and gentlemen. But you get bold 6. Now, to put this into context, the best bold cards we have at the moment are Dino Chomp, which gives bold 5, but only to a Dinobot, and you've got to discard your entire hand to do so. Height Advantage, which gives bold 4, but only to Titans. As it stands at the moment, Metroplex is the only Titan we've got, but given that Height Advantage specifically mentions Titans, not Metroplex, and there are cards that do mention Metroplex, like Protected by Metroplex, I think it's fair to assume that we are going to be getting more Titans in the very near future. And then if you're not a Titan or a Dinobot, you can have Supercharge. Gives you bold 3. So bearing in mind that, bold 6 is phenomenal. But you've got to play all 3 of them at the same time. Not only that, but when you play all 3 of them at the same time, that's it. Now, when you run out of cards, when your scrap pile is full and your deck is empty, you shuffle up your scrap and that becomes your deck. And then you can get all 3 of these back and do the whole thing again. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pain. Plus, remember what I just told you about green-orange icons from the clarification on the Facebook group. You can only use 1 green battle icon per attack. That means that if you're attacking and you flip 2 of these Focus Fire, you can only get 1 of them back, and the other one is essentially lost to your scrap pile, which dooms you to only being able to play 2 of them. And playing 2 of them isn't great. Playing 2 of them is Supercharge. Well, you can just play Supercharge. Playing 2 of these isn't particularly good. It's fine, it's a decent enough thing. Playing 2 of them when you've got the chance to play 3, that I like. But if you're just going to get bold free, Supercharge is more reliable and it also has an orange icon, so it's not like you're losing out on the orange icon when you're trying to flip while attacking. Although what I will say here, this does have the green icon which does put it into your hand, which is pretty nice, but again, bold 1 if you play 1, bold 3 if you play 2, that's not stunning. I'd probably rather just have Supercharge. It could also make hand management kind of awkward, because you need to have all 3 of your focus fire in hand, but you should hopefully be playing 1 upgrade, 1 action per turn, so are there going to be games where you're not playing an action because the only action you've got is focus fire, and you're saving that for when you've got 3 of them? That's not necessarily ideal. It's not perfect. And there's always the possibility that your opponent is going to disrupt your hand. So for argument's sake, your opponent could play something like System Reboot that forces both players to discard their hand or scrap their hand and draw a new hand of 4. If you've got 2 focus fire in your hand and you're just waiting to draw the 3rd one, and then your opponent drops a System Reboot, and you lose the 2 you've got, that's actually really, really bad. This is not an easy card to pull off. This is not a combo you're going to get every time, but then again, it could be bold 6. Now, the icons here do make a difference. Orange is an attacking icon, and obviously if you're going bold, you want to be in an attacking deck, and the green icon does make them easier to find, but remember, the fact that we've now had it officially clarified that it is 1 green icon per battle, essentially, there are going to be games where you flip more than 1 of these, especially if you're playing a deck that relies on bold, so you are flipping extra battle cards when attacking. There are going to be games where you flip more than you want to, and you can only get 1 of them back. The thing is, we are gonna see some characters that want bold. The question is, do they want this? So think about Insecticons. Insecticons love this. I did a video recently, I'll try and remember to pop a link in the description, about an Insecticon deck which played full aggro, playing double red icons or orange icons like Peace Through Tyranny. Are they going to find room for this with a bold 6? Do they need this? Is this too awkward in an Insecticon deck? And if they're going to be adding in new cards, what about mounted missiles? Now, the problem with mounted missiles is the standard Insecticon deck is already 25 stars. Mounted missiles does cost a star, but it also gives you a double orange icon and +2 attack, and it's a weapon that doesn't have to go in a weapon slot, so that's kind of worth playing there. Similarly, we've got Dinobots. Dinobots love bold, but they've got Grimlock that gives you bold 3, Dino Chomp that gives you bold 5, Jaws of Steel that gives you bold 2, and Flamethrower that gives you bold 2, bearing in mind Flamethrower is a weapon and Jaws of Steel is a utility, so they could be put onto the same Dinobot. So Dinobot is one of the bold, hungriest decks we've got, and would they play this? I'm not sure they would. And then we've got Metroplex. Metroplex loves bold. I've already mentioned Height Advantage, which gives it bold 4. And then we've got Scamper that gives it bold 1. And we've got Slammer that gives it bold 1. And it does, of course, have a skill which needs to flip 2 white, 2 orange, and 2 blue icons. Frankly, that is difficult to pull off without bold. By which I mean literally impossible to pull off if you're flipping 2 battle cards. There's not a huge chance of pulling it off if you're flipping 6. Although the first white icon will add it up, so, you know, that will help. Thing is Metroplex going to want to play this? And that's my biggest issue with this card. I think it's good, and I love the idea of bold 6, but the fact that you need to play all 3, and you can play them all in one turn, but you got to have them in your hand. The fact that the green battle icon helps, but not if you flip more than 1 during 1 attack. And to be honest, the biggest problem here is the fact that we've got 3 decks that really want bold and attacking. I mean, there are only 3 examples. There are more, but just these 3 for the moment. And I couldn't see this going into any of those decks because they've got better, more reliable options. The other thing I do need to mention is I showed you Acid Storm yesterday. Probably yesterday. The order of upload might change, but probably yesterday. Which gets rid of bold. So you can have as many of these in your deck as you like. Second your opponent drops an Acid Storm in bot mode, you're like, brilliant. Now I can't use bold. Now I don't have access to bold, boo, hiss, etc. And that's kind of annoying. But then again, if you want to end on a happy note, and I do like ending on a happy note, don't forget Windblade's alt mode skill. You see, Windblade's got a skill in alt mode. When you flip to this mode, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a battle icon of at least 2 different colours, you may play it. Now, in the video, I said the only ones we've got at the moment are Rollout, which you're not really going to want to play because it goes from bot mode to alt mode, and Matrix of Leadership, which you're probably not going to want to play because that's for Autobot leaders, and Windblade isn't a leader. Not great. This is much better, and remember, Windblade's skill says, when you flip to this mode, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a battle icon of at least 2 different colours, you may play it. Great. Because the second that you play one Focus Fire, you can play another. So if you've got 2 Focus Fire in hand, but you're waiting to play them, you flip Windblade into alt mode, you reveal the top card, it's a Focus Fire, you play it, you can then play the other 2 and you've got bold 6. Windblade I could see as a very good partner for this indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I think about Focus Fire. I love the bold 6, I am cautious as to whether it's going to be good enough to see play. But I would like to know what you think about this. So please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. But please do remember the most important rule as always. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk about Transformers and other games. But by far the most important thing as always is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.